If you live under a rock or you don't know what's going on here, Wizards are doing a Lord of the Rings set and they made the One Ring. So when it comes to the One Ring, they're saying that there is only one ring. However, there's actually 4 versions of it, but the one we'll be talking about is the One Ring, where I'll put the ad on screen, where it is the alt art in Elvish, I think. I don't know a lot about Lord of the Rings, so I can't really be like, yeah, this is Elvish, but I think it's in Elvish. The art's absolutely beautiful, don't get me wrong there, but there's supposedly only going to be one. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to making the One Ring and only making one in this art variant, I like the idea. I like the idea that there is only the One Ring and that there's a card called the One Ring and there is only one version of it. However, it's how they executed it I have the biggest problem. So when I get fully into this video, I do have to say I am not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan, and I'm very 50-50 when it comes to these type of, I'm gonna call them collaborations. I'm not the biggest fan of them. I don't like that they're doing it as a whole. Doing this like multiversal thing where they're doing like Fortnite and League of Legends and Street Fighter. I don't like the thought of it. However, if I do like the universe they're doing, I do get excited. Even the Lord of the Rings one, some of the cards I've seen I like. I don't know who the character is half the time, and I don't like that they're doing a Lord of the Rings thing, but I do like the cards and the abilities, and I'm like, I will use this in a deck. But I don't like the thought of it. I think personally, and again, if most people are going to disagree with me, I think Magic should stick with Magic, and every other like universe thing should stick to themselves. However, as a business standpoint, it makes sense because I've seen people on TikTok that make Lord of the Rings lore videos talk about this, and it's just gonna, I've seen some people say that they're gonna buy it and not open it just so they can have a Lord of the Rings like magic pack and stuff like that. And I know for a fact, even though I hate this kind of multiversal thing that Wizards are doing, I know when Doctor Who comes out, I am going to be buying every single one of those decks and as many cards as I can possibly get my hands on, even if it's a common, uncommon that I'm never going to use, because I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. And that's why I also hate it, because I'm only getting it because it is a franchise I love. Now, when it comes to some of them, I've refused to buy, so I haven't got the Fortnite ones and stuff like that. So when it comes to this video, I am very biased when it comes to the Lord of the Rings stuff, not being a big fan of Lord of the Rings and only being able to watch the films once, because if you see, I'm not sure, here is the Lord of the Rings box set that my friend gave to me and forced me to watch. So I've only watched Lord of the Rings once, ever. I've tried it multiple times and fallen asleep. I'm not a big into medieval stuff. I love D&D, but even then I find the fact that it's medieval the boring bit. So back to the One Ring. This card is already, before it's even out, already selling for 100,000, and people are saying it's going to be more rarer than the Black Lotus, which is the biggest and most expensive Magic the Gathering card currently in the market. And the fact that people are willing to pay that is ridiculous. Even though the art is beautiful, it's more of an art piece than a collector's item. This is going to be one of those things where someone is going to pay hundreds. If someone opens it, they're going to do that Logan Paul thing that Logan Paul did, or Jake Paul, one of them two, where they made a video on how they bought a Charizard or a Pikachu card. I can't remember which it was, and that video also made them loads of money. But it's pretty much one of those things where if anyone opens it and knows the market even remotely, they are going to like become instantly famous for like a month, make loads of money, and then they're going to slowly try and grow their platform or whatever they're going to do. They're going to be, it's kind of like, do you know those videos where there's like someone made a meme and it like blew up, and now it's 20-30 years later and they're still like making YouTube videos being like, I'm the comedy meme kid from 20 years ago. That's what this person's going to be if it's any of someone that's just been playing Magic the Gathering for 5 or more years, or people that watch Magic the Gathering content. But the thing that is, and it's one of the most annoying things, is the way Wizards have done it. What they did was they got the One Ring and have put it in, and I could be wrong here, a collector's like box So there's only one way out of the 4 or 5 packets that you can get to get this ring. And there's only one of them, and it's in a random pack, and it's just going to be shipped somewhere remotely around the world. Now, this is where I have a few problems. One being that majority of Magic the Gathering, even content creators, consumers and all of that, the highest percentage is in America. So even though they're doing it worldwide, it does come across anyway as this is an American only kind of sponsorship, would be the way I could describe it, because it's one of those things where if someone opens it in a different country, because like 80-90% of the content creators of Magic the Gathering stuff is in America, it's going to be very difficult. So if someone even makes it, we'll say a TikTok or something being like, I opened this card, if they're anywhere remotely around the world, I don't see it growing that fast unless someone like spots it that is bigger and then helps them grow. So that is the biggest thing. The second one is it's being shipped. So they're literally just getting a bunch of boxes, putting it in one, and then whoever buys it, buys it. It goes, no one knows. They don't even know who it's going to go to. They don't know what country it's going to go to. Just one person somewhere around the world is going to open this, and then that is it. But the amount of boxes, like I go to my local game shops, I go to GameStop, Gamers World, whatever, and there's sometimes boxes destroyed, sometimes boxes damaged, and if that card is damaged, the value of it drops, and that's the problem when it comes to shipping and stuff like that. The other thing is a lot of people that like Lord of the Rings are going to open it, a lot of people that play Magic the Gathering are going to open it, but if you see any streamer or Magic the Gathering content creator, they always have boxes unopened in the back. So there is a chance we might watch a game night or I hate your deck type of video, and there's a box in the background and it's in there and no one will know. There is a chance this card will never be opened. There is a chance the card's going to be damaged. Like, that's the biggest problem I have with this. The fact that they're like, here is a one chance to do it, and it's going to be very, very difficult. And if someone does open it, the chances of it being damaged or busted, or the person just going, I don't know what this is cool, put it in the sleeve, keep it in their room and never talk about it until they're like other than their little group, is way too high for something so valuable. And I'm not the only one that feels that way when it comes to this. There is, and finding videos, I've seen a few people, like just a handful of people saying that this is a very silly and stupid idea, people against it, people loving the idea. So if you're the type of person that loves this idea, I want to know why. Maybe just because it's the one ring and they're like, oh, that's smart. But watching these type of videos and stuff and doing my research on kind of people's opinions on this, there was a YouTuber I haven't watched in years, and again, nothing wrong with them, it's just one of those, they're kind of big on YouTube that you just kind of see them passively, that I didn't even know Moist Critical is a fan of Magic Gathering. Not anymore. He says on his video he like stopped being, he's big into Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, which again, didn't know. But even he, like, I'll put the video up, even he, same points I'm doing, reading out, talking to his chat, and he's just like, this is stupid.
It's entirely possible, for instance, a new player could find play and ruin this card accidentally without telling anyone. Oh, that's such a great thought. What a colossal backfire. A, it never gets unpacked because no one's buying it because they're fed up with Wizards. Or B, some guy buys it because he likes Lord of the Rings, he gets the card and he's like, I don't even really fucking play the game. So he just like throws it in a box somewhere and it's never heard of again. That's so good. This would be a pretty cool thing to do. If someone gets the One Ring and they just destroy it. Big fuck you to Wizards. Yeah, I haven't really been keeping up with Magic cards recently because I've been very not happy with the direction Wizards of the Coast have been going. I think it is abhorrent. Not a fan. Card does look hard though. It's a beautiful looking card. This is a nice looking card, I agree. But fuck Wizards. Pretty confident they're gonna do some sketchy shit with it anyway to ensure it ends up in someone's hands that will post about it online somehow. They wouldn't allow this to just flop, I don't think. Oh, there's other normal printings of it. Oh, so it's not even like a true one of one. Well, I mean, this design is, but the card itself is already in the set. Oh, that makes it even worse then. So it's just the alt art card. Oh, that's so stupid then. Wait, that just really took all the coolness out of it for me. And like, that's kind of stupid. That's pretty lame now. It should have just been like an unplayable piece. They literally just did that with those $1,000 proxies for the 30th anniversary. I would have thought that that's what they would have done for this card, but if it has a normal printing, then this version would be playable. It just had the same effect.
When I first seen this, I seen the One Ring, so did he, and we both came to the very same opinion at the end, which is the one where it's going to be damaged and all of that, but the main one being is there's still other rings. Yes, there is different artwork, but it's going to be, even in the Lord of the Rings lore, there is the One Ring, but if someone goes, no, that's the One Ring, however, this guy has 3 of them, they're just really, really far away, and like, it's slightly, like, this one's the exact same, but blue, people are going to be like, then that's not the One Ring, but yeah, it's cool to do it in Magic Card. So I think it's one of those things that they half-assed did it. If they're going to make the One Ring in Elvish, make the One Ring in Elvish and it do nothing. Or be absolutely broken like Black Lotus. But I personally think the fact that they made it and they made 3 different arts. And then even on the video, it has words on the ring. And they were like kind of making, not a huge deal, but they did mention that there is wording on the ring. But yet in one of the other 3 arts, the full art one, you can barely see it, but there is writing on the ring. And I'm just like, why mention that they're like, this beautiful artwork, it's the only one that has writing on the ring. We have this art that doesn't have it, and this art is the same art, but in full, like the full border art, and then this one that's in a full art piece, where you can barely see the writing on it. It is completely ridiculous to me. And even a slight change saying like, oh, this is the ring, because everyone knows it's the ring, as the other 3 arts, and then change this to the One Ring, would have been completely fine. Even if it had the exact same ability, and even had, do you know the way sometimes when it comes to Street Fighter or Fortnite cards, they would have the card name and then just underneath it what the real card would be? Even if all 4, or the other 3 cards said the ring, and then this card said the One Ring, and then underneath saying the ring, and has the exact same ability, I would have been okay with it. It's the fact that they're all called the One Ring, which I find annoying. And it's also one of those things that people are going to buy boxes. Magic is going to be getting so much money from this Lord of the Rings set, and I'm kind of annoyed at Hasbro, because it seems Hasbro is putting pressure on Wizards to keep Hasbro alive. The last time I seen a financing video, and Hasbro is like 18%, or Wizards is 18% of all of Hasbro's income. And I'm just like, I can see why they're trying to milk their audience now. I was kind of annoyed when it came to like the Brothers War and Phyrexia Obi-Wan, but after watching that video, I kind of went, I didn't see it in that point of view. And now I'm calmer, now I'm happier with it, but I still am like, my complaints aren't to Wizards now, my complaint is to Hasbro, because Hasbro's like, all these other companies are making us lose money, work harder, milk them, and that's why I think they're doing stuff like this, where personally, if they'd done the rings and then the One Ring, I would be less annoyed, but it seems like they're literally doing this to be like, this is the rarest thing in Magic the Gathering, when in probably like 2 years time they're going to do the exact same thing, because that's what I've noticed that they've been doing lately. They'll release a new art, so it'll be like etch foil, stained glass, like get them while they're the best thing ever. The prices are huge. Japanese art, when the War of the Spark stuff came out and the Strixhaven stuff came out, and now they're like, oh, here's a jump start, and we're going to sneak 1 or 2 old Japanese arts in there. And I'm like, when this first came out, you made it like such a big deal that it's brand new and that it will never be done before, or that you need to collect them because they're going to be rare and expensive in the future, and then they oversaturate it. I think they're going to do the same with the ring, that there's going to be the one ring, and maybe in 10, 30 years time, they're going to be like, here's our 50th or 60th Magic the Gathering anniversary, here is 10 more of the one rings. Now, I don't say they will, but just the way they've been going has put my mindset like that. So, you're probably wondering, even though I'm giving out about this and stuff like that, what would you do to change it then? And it's kind of a simple idea, and it's really funny. Post Malone done something like this and done it right. Post Malone done something, and I didn't really agree kind of the way they did it, where it's like you get a chance to have a 1v1 with me. I see it as a 4-player game, so it was one of those things where I would have preferred if Post goes, me and this content creator gets to fight you, and then you get to pick from all the people that were there that knew they were going to be there, and we will have a 2v2 or two-headed giant or something like that. That would have been better. But I think Wizards sort of gone on that approach, being like, we are making the one ring card that is in this art. There's only one of it, and it's in like this case or this like plaque that you get to put on, like a YouTube plaque thingy. And what we want anyone to do is to make a 15 to 30 second video on why you love Magic the Gathering. So it's free to enter. They are going to get so much free promotion because there's going to be millions of players, millions of people that love Lord of the Rings and Magic the Gathering, making 30-second videos promoting it, promoting their thing, to do it a lifetime event for the 30-year anniversary, where they get one person, the one Magic the Gathering person, and they bring them to a week's adventure. They literally pay for flights, pay for accommodations. They get to go to an event that will be something, we'll say, like next October in Las Vegas. They get to meet all the content creators. They get a free VIP pass. They get the card. They get to meet people, and they kind of promote that. I think it was going to make them a little bit less money, but it's going to make a huge impact where people are probably going to buy more, mainly because it's shown that they're doing a different path, that they are getting better at what they do. So it's one of those things that the one person would have gotten all of this, but they would have got thousands of free promotions, not millions of free promotions. They would have had content creators doing shout outs, talking to people, and then just a week where they literally just look after one person, give them the card, and like that would have been absolutely amazing. Personally, I would have thought that would have been better. Again, if you completely think different, let me know. But that is my rant when it comes to the one ring. I don't think it is worth it, or the way they did it is worth it. I don't really like the way they did it. But again, I'm more seeing it as a consumer that just loves the game for the game and not for the money or the profit or anything like that. So when it comes to me making this content where I just sit down and have a casual conversation with all you beautiful people, let me know what you think. If you want to see more content like this, I want to hear people's opinions. I would like to have a discussion about this. Also, sorry about the mirror there. I can't really get rid of it at the moment, but I do think I enjoy these type of videos where I sit and have a conversation with you. So let me know if that's the type of content you would like to see more. Anyway, if you're into secret layers, I done a video on the Magic Con secret layer, just the secret layer itself, not the big bundle version of it. Is it worth it here? I have a playlist here of other Magic the Gathering content I make, and then also remember to like and subscribe and do all that wonderful YouTubey stuff that people ask for, and I will see you all in the next video.